Right, we're gonna get right to it. Okay, look, there's a lot of just crap going on in the comment section. Look, the channel, we have, I think, nearly like 3 million views, like 30,000 comments collectively since the creation of the channel. I have YouTube analytics, my dashboard, I go to it, it tells me all of my numbers, like from the very beginning, from day one up until today. And out of 20, 30, whatever, I think I have like 30 something thousand comments total. 3 million views, you know, I don't know, what do we have now? Like nearly 7,000 subs, I think. I don't keep track, something like that. I've only blocked about 10 people, okay, total, out of literally millions of views and, you know, hundreds of thousands of, you know, comments and this and that and likes and dislikes. And I've only blocked about 10 people, but there's a lot of people that I'm about to block. You know, I believe in freedom of speech. I believe, you know, you leave your comment, like, you know, love it, hate it, whatever, hate on me, whatever it may be. Whether you're praising me, you're hating on me, whatever it is. But there's certain people out there that, man, I mean, you take it to a ridiculous level. I mean, these people act like, you know, I'm like sleeping with their mom or something. They get so butthurt and so offended. I mean, you can just see the hate coming through and the jealousy, really. And a lot of it's from other channels that are jealous that my channel is doing so good, and they're wondering why their channel isn't. So what they do is they have to come to channels like mine and try to create trouble, you know, to attract attention to themselves and their channel. You know, it's kind of like, you know, jump on the big guy and, you know, get a little attention, get a little notoriety. That's what they do, and it's pathetic. So I'm about to start blocking these people. So look, I'm sorry, it had to be said. It had to be said. But let's get to the video. Okay, and I'm irritated with the whole situation. Okay, Gennady Golovkin must fight Sergey Darbinchenko by August 3rd, or he will be stripped of the IBF. Now, I believe he's going to lose that IBF, whether he, you know, vacates or they take it from him one way or another. He's probably going to lose it. So he's in just a terrible position right now. Okay, and look, you know, everyone needs to remember something though. And look, and I'm going to say a few things about Golovkin today that I'm just not happy with, the whole situation, okay? But everyone needs to remember he is in this situation because of Canelo, okay? So don't get it twisted, okay? He's not ducking anybody. He's not afraid of anybody. You know, he was put in an incredibly fucked up situation because of Canelo Alvarez. And that's what people fail to remember. You know, they don't report on that. It's basically, you know, they like to kick people when they're down, you know, is what it is. Like all these channels and these reporters and these, you know, whatever boxing personalities, you know, they like to kick people when they're down because it's profitable, right? It's profitable. You know, it fits their agenda, and it does. You know, it fits their narrative, right? So that's what's happening there. Now, I will say that it makes absolutely no sense for them to not take the mandatory. Okay, I don't understand. I think they should have at least taken the IBF mandatory, you know, knock this dude out. Because look, let's be honest. Well, first they should have taken the mandatory, knocked Sergey Darbinchenko out, guaranteed Charlo a fight, went after Billy Joe Saunders and called it a day, you know, and maybe rematch Canelo for a farewell fight, whatever. Okay, but here's the thing that is classic to me. It's probably, I would say, the biggest like joke of 2018 in boxing. Like whenever my end of year video comes, I will talk about this. It is incredible to me that all these people pretend to know who Sergey Darbinchenko is, right? Like literally 10 days ago, they had no idea who this dude was. Now, all of a sudden, they're his #1 fan. They know his entire resume. He's got a great amateur background. You know, he was in the Olympics. You know, he's got a good right hand, a good chin, you know, and now Gennady Golovkin's ducking him. It's like, dude, you didn't even know who this guy was 2 weeks ago. Shut the hell up with that crap, okay? You know, it's crazy to me. It is crazy to me that these people out here, I'm telling you, go back and they never mentioned this guy in the past year, 2 years, whatever. They've never mentioned Sergey Darbinchenko, but now all of a sudden, you know, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, okay? And Gennady Golovkin is ducking him. It's just so ridiculous, you know, the length they will go to, okay? So, now, let me throw another fact out there, a little fun fact for you. Do you realize if Gennady Golovkin fights all of his mandatories, he will not be available, okay, for a voluntary fight or whatever it may be, Canelo, whoever, until 2020. Okay, let me repeat that. He has 3 belts, okay? We're at the end of 2018. Okay, let's say he fights for the IBF, okay, boom. Now we're done with 2018. 2019 comes along. He's got Daniel Jacobs. Jacobs just won his fight, by the way. Jacobs looked terrible in his fight last night. I just got to say it. You know, he did. I like it, Jacobs, but he looked terrible. You know, just that was embarrassing. It was a bad performance, but okay, we'll save that for another video. Okay. So 2019, now he's got Charlo and Jacobs and whoever else, okay? So my point is, you got 3 belts, you got 3 mandatories, you take all 3, that means you don't have another fight until, or you can't have another fight until 2020, and by the time 2020 rolls around, he'll have another mandatory, okay? I mean, it's crazy to me. Now, also, I want to say another thing, okay? Again, you have these just moronic, idiotic channels out here, just clickbait central channels out here, claiming Golovkin said he would fight anyone from light middleweight to super middleweight, and now apparently he's ducking Jarrell and Andre Ward, or he ducked Anthony Jarrell and Andre Ward. Okay, it's crazy because here's the argument. Let me back up. The argument is, well, back then, you know, when he fought Dominic Wade, his mandatory, or Willie Monroe Jr., well, he did that because he didn't want to move up to 168 to take on Andre Ward or Jarrell or whoever, Ramirez, whoever it may be, right? I mean, that has got to be, again, one of the dumbest, weakest arguments. That's like saying, you know, Sergey Kovalev took his mandatory because he doesn't want to fight Anthony Joshua. He's ducking AJ. Actually, he's ducking Deontay Wilder. You know, he took a mandatory. Seriously. I mean, you could insert that argument to anyone taking a mandatory at any division and claim they're ducking a guy in the next division. It'd be one thing if Golovkin fought in that division or had any kind of real interest in that division, but Abel Sanchez said 1 or 2 little comments on this channel, and that this guy is just beating this into the ground. You know what Abel Sanchez said he would fight anyone at 150 more. He said, oh, it's like, dude, shut the fuck up with that nonsense, you know? Like, seriously, you're beating a dead horse over there, like the wheels fell off, man. Like give it up, okay? Give it up, okay? Drives me crazy. Gennady Golovkin, what, rehydrates in barely 170, and he's going to get in there with a guy that's going to rehydrate at, what, 180, 190? Like, are you stupid? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. And look, now, I'm going to be honest, okay? In the beginning, I did not mind so much the Vanez, Marty Rosen fight, okay? I thought, well, you know, they're in a bad situation. You know, like I said, life gives you lemons, you make lemonades. But now, the more I think about it, it doesn't make any damn sense to me. Like, just take the mandatory. Like, knock this Sergey dude out, shut these people up, and then move on with your business. You know, move on with your business, and whatever. Take Canelo in September, whatever. You know, just whatever. Just take a damn mandatory. Really, I mean, like I said, I understand it. I'm in the middle. I'm just so torn down the middle right now with the whole situation. I understand it, but I don't. At the same time, but I don't think they expected the backlash they got. And, you know, and I think it was a bad move. And I said it from the beginning. I'm not going to candy coat it. I think it was a bad move. They should have taken the damn mandatory, you know, and that's that. You know, so now, what? Gennady Golovkin is going to lose one of the belts? You know, their intention from the beginning was to capture all the belts, right? You know, so none of it's making any sense to me. And I'll tell you right now, it is getting harder and harder to defend Golovkin. I don't like the direction they're going in. I don't like it at all. You know, first, you know, we hear about they want the belts, nothing but the belt. Remember the whole hashtag, give me my belts, okay? People were like walking around with belts. You remember that? The whole belt thing? You know, then they have a chance to fight Billy Joe Saunders and they don't take it. You know, they basically sit on the sideline, wait on Canelo. Like, Canelo has single-handedly ruined his legacy. I mean, really, it's happening right now. I mean, right before your eyes, his legacy is crumbling, and somebody better, you know, do a little damage control here, because, you know, they're going to ruin his legacy if they keep it up here. So, you know, and like I said, I'm just getting to the point to where I can't defend him anymore, you know. It's just, you know, I don't know. I mean, what do you do? You know, like I said, if he gets stripped from the IBF, then what? Like, I don't know. I guess he just goes after big money fights. You know, I mean, you know, he will still be a star, and he will have a pay-per-view attraction. So could be, you know, like I said, could be. But you know, remember, now let's talk about something else real quick. 2 seconds. Remember when the whole Pacquiao Mayweather thing, right? Mayweather did everything in his power to duck Manny Pacquiao. And the same channels that are dogging on Golovkin right now, they defended Mayweather back then. I mean, it didn't matter what he did. He could vacate. He'd vacate. He'd move up a division. He'd retire. I mean, the dude would like flat out retire. Okay, when Pacquiao was the mandatory. And, you know, they justified it. The videos are still on their channels. Go back and listen to them, okay? But now that Gennady Golovkin is in a terrible situation, and I think they probably made a bad decision. He's a coward. He's a fraud. He's ducking them. Oh, you know, whatever. You know, we've heard it all. We've heard it all. You know, so I don't know. I mean, look, I don't want to babble on too long about it. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is I do believe he's going to be stripped of the IBF. And, you know, really, you can only blame Tom Loeffler and Golovkin and his team, really. I think they made a bad decision. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, wait a minute, I thought you're the guy that was defending Golovkin. Well, I was, to a degree, I'll admit, but the more I think about it, the more I realize it was a bad decision. But although from the beginning, I said I didn't like it, and from the beginning, from day one, you can go to my Facebook group right now, from literally day one when they announced it, I said in my post, I understand, but they should have taken the mandatory, I don't like it. You know, so I'm not backtracking, I'm not backpedaling, but what I'm doing is I'm realizing the severity of this situation. I can foresee the consequences, okay? I can see the destruction of his legacy. That's what I'm telling you, people. Like, this is like the beginning of the end. It really is. This is the beginning of the end, okay? You know, you lose the IBF, and then what if, you know, what in a Canelo rematch, would you get robbed again? You know what? Who knows? Anything can happen. You know, he can get hurt in the next fight with the Marty Rosen. You know, who knows? Anything can happen. So, I don't know. I mean, like I said, they should have taken the damn mandatory and called it a day. That's what should have happened. So, all right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I mean, what do you think? Do you think they should have taken the mandatory? And what do you think about these channels? Like I said, all of a sudden, you know, this dude right here, Sergey Darbinchenko, is like they're you know, in their top 10 now. You know, he's like the top dude that Golovkin is ducking. You know, it's crazy to me. Even Charlo, they claim, you know, Charlo's, or he's ducking Charlo. And I told you guys, I talked to Charlo not even a year ago, and he told me he wasn't ready for Gennady Golovkin. Okay, Charlo will admit that. Now lately, he's getting a little more comfortable in division. He's getting a little more confident in his skills, and he's calling Golovkin out. You know, and I think now he actually believes like his own call out. But back then, it was all for media flood, media attention. It was a PR stunt, that kind of thing. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, look, it's getting harder and harder and harder. And in closing, it's getting harder and harder and harder to get on YouTube and do what I do anymore. It really is. Like, and I'm seriously, I've been thinking about just, you know, creating another channel. I don't know, another topic, that kind of thing. Because, I mean, this shit's just, it's getting ridiculous. Like, the YouTube is a train wreck, an absolute train wreck. You know, it's stressful. I'm getting to the point to where I don't enjoy it anymore. So, you know, look, hopefully I'm just having a bad day and, you know, shit will change. But I'm going to start with blocking all these people in the comment section. So that's number one. Number two, my videos, I'm going to make them a little bit shorter because I put a lot of work into my videos. I do a lot of research, a lot of homework. You know, I don't know if you guys realize it, but I don't just like slap shit together and upload it. You know, I try to bring you guys good quality information and quality videos. So I think maybe in the future here, I might just do a bunch of quick ones and kind of take a break.